And now, In the Dirt with Tim Baltz.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of In the Dirt right here on YouTube. My name is Timmy Baltz. Glad you could join us. Remember, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We certainly do appreciate your support. Well, we are back once again at Mark Hitchcock's Man Cave. What a beautiful sight this is in here. Once again, so much history. And this car that's directly behind me has some interesting notes on it as well. We'll talk about this thing behind me in just a little bit. First off, we want to talk about some of the great sponsors that have helped us out through 2022. First of all, Disaster RX DKI, Rita Waker's Family Campground, Thousand Islands Drone, and Alexandria Home Hardware. Well, we got all kinds of results, and we're going to talk about our 2022 track and series champions so far this year. Stick around, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. You're watching In the Dirt.
Rita Waker's is the place to be.
It's vacation time. What are your plans for RVing and summer fun? Why not book now for your summer camping and RVing at Rita Waker's Family Campground, Eastern Ontario's full-service camping facility, located on a UNESCO World Heritage Site known as the Rideau Canal, on a series of lakes joined by lock systems that links Kingston to Canada's capital city, Ottawa. Rita Waker's is only 10 minutes from downtown historic Kingston. Here's what Rita Waker's has to offer you and your family when you visit: the spacious pull-through campsites, trailers, and motorhomes, the swimming pool staffed with lifeguards, a beautiful beach to enjoy for a relaxing afternoon of fun and family, excellent fishing on Colonel By Lake, a boat docking facility for your fishing or pleasure craft, boats, canoes, and kayaks available for rent, a beautiful banquet hall for weddings or meetings to fit any occasion, 136 acres of outdoor adventure, hiking, biking, playground, swimming, fishing, horseshoes, basketball, and so much more. Make Rita Waker's your camping destination this year. You better book now. We're filling up fast. Visit ritawakers.com or call 613-546-2711.
Rita Waker's is the place to be. Come on out, you'll see at the gated community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to In the Dirt right here on YouTube. Remember, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We certainly do appreciate your support. Well, as I mentioned, we are at Mark Hitchcock's Man Cave here in Kingston, Ontario, Canada. What a beautiful sight it is in here. And of course, behind me is the safety car that was actually built and constructed by Brockville Speedway race director Mike Kelly from right here in Kingston, Ontario. He takes it around to various speedways and shows some of their safety crews how to extricate drivers in emergency situations. So pretty cool looking piece, and we'll have some footage on that here as well. Well, we got all kinds of racing results we got to get to, so let's get right to it, shall we? Brockville, Ontario Speedway this past Saturday night. It was a great battle. Tristan Draper, third win of 2022. Josh Powers claimed his second feature win of the season in the Dirt Car Sportsman. Mario Dupuis was the Novice Sportsman feature winner for a second time this year. Sean Hodge collected the track championship. Street Stock, it was Todd Raabe for his fourth of the season. Brett Horner out of Kingston won his first track championship. Supernet Truck Shop Mini Stock Division was Hayden Brown, win number 2 of the year, and Jamie LaRock collecting his first Mini Stock championship. Can-Am Speedway Dirt Car 358 Modified feature win to Sean Shaw, his first career win. Congratulations to the Philadelphia, New York native. Tyler Corcoran collected the Dirt Car Sportsman Checkered Flag. It was Paul DeRutter, win number 5 in Limited Sportsman. Thunder Car feature went to Francis White for 2 in a row there. Tucker Donath picked up the 602 Crate Sprint Car feature win. And by the way, in the Thunder Car Championship, it was Joe Orbis dominant, collecting his second championship, and Josh Fern Jr. victorious in the championship run and the 602 Crate Sprint Cars. Brighton Speedway, they had a 2-day weekend in Brighton, Ontario. Of course, on the Saturday in the Canadian Mod Division, it was Sean Gregory picking up the feature win. Chris Sparks collected the Stinger Checkered Flag. Tommy Bailey in Comp 4. Steve Baldwin victorious in Crate Late Models. The Knights of Thunder 360 Sprints were there. Dale Goslin was the feature winner there. Jacob Dykstra on the Action Sprint Tour, and Austin Reed in Thunder Stocks. Brighton Speedway on Sunday, September the 4th, Action Sprint Tour went to Dale Curran, his first career series win. Jordan Poirier and the Knights of Thunder 360 Sprint Cars. Wade Purchase, another Canadian modified win, just adding to his win total this season. Carter Rhodes in Mini Stock, and Jeff Humphrey in the Thunder Stocks. Mohawk International Raceway, I want to thank Brian Page, the voice of the Mohawk International Raceway, for these results. They finally got some racing in, by the way. They had the Goodleaf 358 Modified Series. It was Chris Raby collecting the checkered flag. Dirt Car Sportsman, it was Shane Pecor collecting the feature win over there. Kevin Federley Jr. in the Dirt Car Pro Stocks. It was Steve Tremblay in Novice Sportsman. Ty David collected the track championship. Mod Light, it was Wayne Dibble collecting the feature win, and Tristan Dibble his second straight track championship. Bandit Division, it was Nicholas Harnden, and Jacob Fountain was the track champion. Want to thank Gary Spade from Dirt Car Northeast for some of these upcoming results here. Jamie Begor collected the feature win in the Dirt Car Sportsman at Airborne. Kingston, Ontario's Timmy Haggerty won the Vintage Modified feature there. Congratulations to Tim on a big night at Airborne. Albany Saratoga Speedway Big Block Modified feature to Jeremy Pitts. It was Andrew Buff in Dirt Car Sportsman. Luke Horning collected the checkered flag in the Pro Stocks. Matt Williamson was victorious at Ransomville in 358 Modified action. Noel Walker victorious in Sportsman. Bear Ridge Speedway and Dirt Car Sportsman, DJ Robinson, his second feature win of the season. Brewerton Speedway, it was Jimmy Phelps collecting the Dirt Car Big Block Modified win. Ryan Dolbear in Dirt Car Sportsman. Well, as I mentioned, we're going to be chatting with Cory Wheeler, the driver of the number 47S 358 Modified. Picked up the big feature win this past Sunday night at the Cornwall Speedway in the Fat Less Chip Stand Canadian National Series. Cory, congratulations on the win, and congratulations on a great season as well.
Thanks, Tim.
So, Cory, it was a great race for you. How did the race play out for you, especially those last 5 laps?
That was really good. You know, the car kept getting better and better and better, and you know, I think the top was wearing out, and it gave us an opportunity to show how good we were in the middle, and we got to take advantage of it.
And of course, you picked up yet another Fat Last Chip Stand Canadian National Series championship as well.
Yeah, that's you know, my sponsor has been sponsoring it a long time. He's very proud of it. Makes me proud to win it for him. It's something I think we've gotten 3 years in a row. Would have been nice to get the track championship, but Chris is certainly a deserving winner.
How do you feel about your year overall?
I think it was, you know, it's been a pretty average year. We had 1 win, and then today kind of tops the cake. Anytime you can win a 100-lapper with the field there is at Cornwall, you know, it makes a big difference.
Well, Cory, you had a great season. Who do you want to thank on your race team this year?
You know, all my sponsors. I can name them all, but I got that in Victory Lane at Cornwall. It takes a little bit of time, but everyone on my card, my family, my wife, my 2 kids, and I probably got one of the best crews in sports, so I got to thank all them.
All right, Cory, well, best of luck the rest of this season.
Thank you. Love the show.
Want to move into the Sportsman division. It was Sam Charlin picking up the feature win, and I got to mention this. Last week we had talked about the Sportsman feature winner at Cornwall being Justin Sear. That was my mistake. Sam Charlin actually collected the feature win last week, so congratulations, Sam, on getting 2 in a row at Cornwall and winning the Race for the Cure Sportsman Series event. Great job this season. Mark Lalone in the Pro Stock division at Cornwall. Skylar Lattiser in Mini Stocks, and was Daphne Hebert in Novice Sportsman. Autodrome Drummond, Mario Claire in Dirt Car 358 Modified competition. William Racine continues to rack up the wins. He got another one at Drummond on Saturday. Pascal Pierre, another Pro Stock win as well. Fulton Speedway 358 Modified feature, another one for Tim Sears Jr. He continues a strong year. It was Cody Manita and Chris Mackey collecting the Dirt Car Sportsman twin bill at Fulton. Genesee Speedway, it was Brett Senek making a rare appearance at Genesee, collecting the checkered flag. Glen Ridge Speedway, Justin Buff in Dirt Car Sportsman, Johnny Rivers in the Dirt Car Pro Stocks. Autodrome Granby, David Hebert collected the checkered flag in the 358 Modified feature event. Sam Charlin, a great weekend for him, winning the Sportsman event. Pascal Pierre in Pro Stock, and it was Matthew Vogel in Sport Compact. Outlaw feature to A.J. Lloyd at the in the Dirt Car Sportsman event there. Land of Legends Raceway, veteran and Hall of Famer Pat Ward collected the checkered flag. It was Justin Henderson victorious in Dirt Car Sportsman. Lebanon Valley Speedway, it was Mr. Dirt Track USA for the Super Dirt Car Series, and track champion Andy Bacchetti collected another Mr. Dirt Track title. The 358 Modifieds were off, and it was Dave Stickles victorious in Dirt Car Pro Stocks. Maryville Speedway, Scott Wood collected the 358 Modified checkered flag. Nelson Mason victorious in the Sportsman. Thunder Mountain Speedway, Dirt Car 358 Modified season is done, and so is the Dirt Car Sportsman. We'll get to their track champions later on in the program. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up all of the race results that we have for you this past weekend. We're going to come back with some upcoming events, and there's a lot of big 2-day shows coming up, so stick around, pay attention here. We got a lot of racing action that's going to be coming your way, and you might want to plan some weekends and start taking some days off work, because you deserve it. You've been supporting us all season right here on YouTube. Remember, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We're coming right back right here on In the Dirt.
We arrived at the building. just to see from the exterior wall that the front facade was coming undone and pushing forward away from the side wall. We were just in complete shock, didn't know how this occurred.
A lot of people don't realize this, but every individual will at least have one disaster in their lifetime. And when this happens, they don't know what to do. By reaching out to a restoration professional before you have an emergency, it allows you to have some insight on what happens and what to expect. This will allow you to eliminate any kind of anxiety or stress you might go through when it happens.
The restoration company came down immediately and took the steps necessary to create a safe environment, secured the building, and that allowed the engineers to go in and figure out what the cause of the damage was and figure out our next steps from there.
Our people are fully trained and certified in all aspects of emergency response and disaster restoration. We handle everything from fire, flood, sewer backup, wind damage, tornadoes, earthquakes. Basically, we have people that are experienced in every field. There are two parts to a disaster that people don't realize. There's the emergency phase, where we come right away and stop the damages from happening. Then there's the repair phase, where we put everything back the way it was, like it never happened. And our company also offers a warranty, which will give you the comfort and peace of mind for as long as you own your property.
From the get-go, Rex and his crew were able to bring in professional contractors to come in and rebuild the building in a timely fashion. The building now looks better than ever and is up to code. They were wonderful with me, just helping me navigate through my insurance coverages, working well with the insurance company and myself. They always constantly kept me in the loop as to what was happening next. And at the end of the day, it was just the peace of mind knowing that I was in good hands.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to In the Dirt right here on YouTube. Remember, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We certainly do appreciate your support. Well, as I mentioned before the break, we have got a lot of major weekends coming up, and we're going to get right to them, shall we? It's a lot of local racing coming up, and the big one as well. We'll talk about the big one right now. That being Napa Auto Parts Super Dirt Week number 50. The biggest party in racing, as they say, it's racing's biggest party, and it comes to Oswego Speedway the first week in October. We'll have full details on next week's show as to what is going to be going on during that week, but be sure to check out Super Dirt Week online if you have not done so already. Can-Am Speedway this coming Friday night, the Dirt Car 358 Modified Series will be in town. Ryan Bartlett is the current point leader coming in. Also, the Dirt Car Sportsman North and Central Regional Series competition will be there. Dirt Car Pro Stocks, along with the Marcia Gibbons TLC Real Estate Thunder Cars, they'll be there with racing starting at 7 o'clock. Mohawk International Raceway, the Mohawk Nationals weekend will be coming up in just a few weeks, and again, we'll have more details on that event on next week's program. Trailer Pro Canada Race Weekend at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway this coming Friday and Saturday. It's going to be an awesome weekend of racing. Action Sprint Tour will be there on Friday, along with the Dirt Car Pro Stocks, Northeast Late Model Alliance, and Vintage. And of course, September the 10th, that being Saturday, the Action Sprint Tour is back for another day of racing, along with Dirt Car Sportsman. The Vintage are there for a second straight day, and the Supernant Truck Shop Mini Stocks are on the card as well. Racing starts 7 o'clock on both nights. Stay tuned to BrockvilleSpeedway.com for further information. The Weed Sport Speedway, it's the Cavalcade Weekend, September 10th and 11th. Super Dirt Car Series will be on hand, along with Dirt Car Sportsman Central and the Dirt Car Pro Stock Series. Stay tuned to their website at weedsportspeedway.com for further information. Cornwall Motor Speedway, their triple header weekend will take place in another month time or so on October 9th, 10th, and 11th, and we'll have more details on that event as well. Brayton Speedway coming up very, very soon, in about 3 weeks' time, the Apple Fest Shootout Weekend, which will feature the Dirt Car 358 Modified and Dirt Car Sportsman. Always look forward to that event, going to Mark and Angie and all these House of Speed up there in Brayton, Ontario. We'll have more details on that event on next week's show as well. Dirt Car 358 Series, as I mentioned, it's coming up to Can-Am this coming Friday night. Dirt Car Sportsman Regional action coming up on September the 10th at the Bearwood Speedway for the East Region, West Canada Region on September the 9th at Ohsweken Speedway. The combined event at the Can-Am Speedway for the North and Central Region, that'll be a good one to see. The North Region Canada Series for Autodrome Drummond will take place on September the 10th as well. The West Region is now complete. We'll have your champion in just a little while. September the 9th at Can-Am for the Central Region, as we just talked about. The championship tour begins September the 23rd at Albany Saratoga Speedway during the Massive Malta weekend. Dirt Car Pro Stock Series, we just talked about that, but we'll remind you one more time, they are at Weed Sport for the Cavalcade weekend. Well, that wraps up all the upcoming events on the card of racing throughout the next few weeks and at least the next month or so. Well, now we're going to talk to Chris Raby, the driver of the number 01 in the 358 Modified Division. Chris, congratulations on an incredible season and the Cornwall Track Championship this past Sunday night.
Thanks a lot, Tim. We definitely had to work for this one. You know, a little bit of bad luck early on there with a flat tire. You know, running second, but just, you know, lucky I had a good team behind us. Obviously, everyone saw what went on during the race numerous times, but just really proud that you know, we were able to pull through and had a good enough race car to come back up through the field like that. Definitely really proud of the whole team.
Well, Chris, you've had a successful season, 3 track championships this year, and the last time, at least to the best of my knowledge, in the up in this region, it has not been done since 1997 when Hall of Famer Pat O'Brien ended up collecting Brockville, Can-Am, and Cornwall Championship. That's good. That's pretty good stuff.
Well, it's definitely pretty accomplished name right there, but you know, just, you know, we work hard every week and you know, take it one race at a time. Just, you know, all 3 racetracks are so different. It's really a struggle, and you know, for us, I think Saturday nights at Brockville is probably our weakest spot. You know, just a lot of good competition at all 3 places, and we definitely had to work for it. That's for sure.
Well, congratulations on a fantastic season, Chris, and good luck in some of the major events coming up in the fall.
All right, thanks a lot, Tim.
Well, thanks a lot, Chris, and we've got a lot of champions to talk about, and you'll hear Chris Raby's name a few times in this list. Of course, we got to talk about all the track champions from all the racetracks that we've been covering here in 2022 on In the Dirt. First of all, the big block modifieds, and we want to congratulate all these champions coming up right here. The Hoosier Tire Weekly Series champion for Dirt Car. Want to congratulate Lightning Larry White on a championship there. Matt DiLorenzo was the track champion in big blocks at Albany, Saratoga this year. Chris Heil at Brewerton, Justin Hares at Land of Legends, Andy Bicchetti at Lebanon Valley, and Matt Shepard at Orange County Fair Speedway. Also want to congratulate on the 358 modified side of things, the Dirt Car Hoosier Tire Weekly Racing Series champion Matt Williamson collected another series championship there. Brockville Speedway, we mentioned earlier, Chris Raby collecting the title. Tim Fuller back-to-back at Can-Am and 358 competition. Chris Raby again at Cornwall Motor Speedway. Francois Bernier at Autodrome Drummond. Tim Sears Jr. a dominant season at the Fulton Speedway. David Hebert at Autodrome Granby. Andy Bicchetti at Lebanon Valley, sweeping both 358 and big block modified championships there. Merrittville Speedway, Gary Lindbergh and Ryan Susi, co-champions there at Merrittville. Chris Raby at the Mohawk International Raceway, his 3rd track championship of the weekend. Ransomville Speedway, Matt Williamson and Shane Spoonhauer at Thunder Mountain. Switching over to the sportsman side of things, all these track champions very well deserving. The Hoosier Tire Weekly Racing Series champion was Cody McPherson. Cody Mack collecting another series title. Cameron Tuttle collected the Dirt Car Sportsman West Regional Series championship, and that's good momentum going into the fall championship for the Dirt Car Sportsman Tour overall. Travis Bruno, a champion at Airborne Speedway this year. Tim Hartman Jr. at Albany, Saratoga. Bear Ridge, it was Jason Gray. Congratulations going out to Amy Holland at Brewerton Speedway collecting the Dirt Car Sportsman Championship. Bobby Harrington, his 2nd straight title at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway. Can-Am Speedway to Tyler Corcoran, a 3rd straight season. William Racine at Autodrome Drummond. Andrew Buff, one of his 2 track championships. He picked one up at Fulton Speedway. Phil Vigneri, the 3rd at Genesee. Andrew Buff again at the Glenridge Motorsports Park. Zach Sabatka at Land of Legends. Cody McPherson at Merrittville, and it was Shane Pecourt at Mohawk. AJ Lloyd at Outlaw. Derek Wagner at Ransomville. Thunder Mountain Speedway went to Hunter Lap. Dirt Car Pro Stocks want to congratulate the Hoosier Tire Weekly Racing Series champion for Dirt Car. It was Chad Jessio collecting the championship again. He also backed it up with a championship at Albany, Saratoga. Can-Am Speedway, you're going to hear this guy's name a lot too. Bruno Richard. Cornwall Speedway, Bruno Richard. Pascal Payor at Autodrome Drummond. Luke Horning at Glenridge. Lebanon Valley, Chad Jessio once again. And you heard it before, Bruno Richard at the Mohawk International Raceway. Some of the major series championships around the region. It was Canadian Big Block Series. The champion there was Mikel Perrant. Congratulations to him. Batless Chipstand Canadian Nationals. It was Cory Wheeler, another series championship there. Speaking of another series championship, it was Race for the Year Sportsman Series title again for Shane Pecourt. Chris Raby, another goodly 358 modified series championship at Mohawk. Still to be decided though, the Twin Leaf Sportsman Series of the Mohawk International Raceway. That'll take place on September the 16th during the Mohawk Nationals weekend. weekend, and the Ogilvy's Triple Crown Series for 358 Modifieds and Sportsmen at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway. That will be decided October the 15th during the Dirt Outlaw Apparel King Edward Auto Parts Fall Nationals. Well, of course, as we talked about this past weekend, it was the Limestone City Car Classic, the 8th annual edition, and glad to have it back after the pandemic for the last couple of seasons, but what a beautiful sight this is. Look at all those beautiful cars right there. My goodness. Over nearly 500 cars showed up for this year's event, which was pretty cool considering we were away for a couple of seasons. But it was a great turnout and a great event for everybody that was involved, and we certainly do appreciate everybody's support on that one. And on behalf of the all the car enthusiasts locally and that were out of town, they wanted me to thank everyone for supporting this year's event, and looking forward to the 9th annual edition in 2023. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on a more personal note, we're as we talked about, we're here at the Mark Hitchcock compound. It's a beautiful site, all sorts of history here. A lot of the history that I was part of course, as many of you know, he is my stepdad, and Mark was severely injured in a pretty serious automobile accident this past weekend on Saturday going to the Limestone City Car Classic. And Mark has been in hospital for the last few days, underwent surgery a couple of days ago. His prognosis is getting better. We have heard a lot of messages. My mom and myself have gotten a lot of messages over the last few days or so asking how Mark is doing. He actually has been in communication with some of the tech team officials. Just the way Mark is, he wants to make sure everything's going right. So he is coherent, he is alert, he is speaking with everybody, and every day he continues to get better. And on behalf of everybody here, my mom and I, we sincerely want to thank everybody's well wishes, their support, their kind words, and Mark, when he sees this, I know he is going to be extremely happy with everything that's been taking place. All the good well wishes. So Mark, I know when you see this, everybody's pulling for you, and there's nobody else that's pulling for you harder than that beautiful woman that you married, and myself as well. So keep up the fight, buddy. We'll see you back here soon. You got to get on in the dirt one more time, man. We miss you.